like nervous.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I've been Team iPhone since 2010 with the release of the iPhone
4, 4th generation iPhone.
But that is completely changing for the next 7 days, because I'm switching to this, a Google Pixel. I'm sure it'll be super smooth.
I may have done something really stupid.
Here's Lecrae's album, Restoration, the deluxe album.
This one. Good try, Gemini. Oh, I gotta get used to this. It's a big day. One sec. This is the phone I've been using for quite a while. This is the Apple iPhone 14 Pro.
And this is a brand new Google Pixel 9 that I paid for with my own money. Unfortunately, right before the 10s came out, but oh well.
This is lighter than the 14 Pro for sure.
As an iPhone user, the Pixel setup process was so much easier than I was expecting, and you can tell the Pixel team is trying to make switching from iPhone as easy as possible.
It's kind of nice having a Google phone specifically since I'm so in the Google and YouTube ecosystem. I use Chrome, I use Gmail, I use Google Keep, and yeah, I'm hoping that makes the setup process a little faster.
I literally just plugged the phones into each other.
This is what we call an ancient relic, lightning to USB-C cable.
And the Pixel snagged all my apps, contacts, calendar events, and more from my iPhone. Honestly, it worked perfectly, so it's time to get started with...
Today is officially day one of ditching my iPhone and switching completely to the Pixel, but I have one last phone call to make on my iPhone. I was gonna see if I could swing by your house today and drop off my Apple devices to you because I'm doing an experiment video again.
Joe said I could come over, so let's go.
Bye. Love you. Guess we gotta take a ride in my new car.
On road trips, I usually use Apple Maps, but we're going full Google this week. I use the AI to bring up directions, and we're off.
I've used Google Maps on and off a lot for years. One thing I do like about Apple Maps though is the fact that you can share your arrival time with any of your contacts natively within the Apple Maps app. I like Google Maps altogether better, like saving locations and being able to use it as a resource to look at reviews and stuff like that. It's way more streamlined.
Now it's time to actually ditch my Apple devices for a week.
You got the goods?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need that iPad, brother. I'm gonna need that iPhone, brother. I need that Apple Watch, brother.
Don't take it from me.
I'm taking that watch, brother.
You're a real I'll see you in 7 days.
You wish.
I stopped for some gas and decided to whip out the Pixel cameras for a few quick test shots. I'm a camera nerd and a car nerd, so I couldn't help myself, but on day 3, we're going to deep dive the Pixel cameras. But for now, enjoy these vintage edits of the Pixel's raw photos.
I am having way too much fun with this phone. The Pixel 9 does something the iPhone can't, which is screen record with the device audio, so whatever you're watching or viewing on your phone, but you can also capture the microphone audio at the same time, which means I can sync up little screen recordings super easy. And after day 1, I'm enjoying Gemini more than Siri, definitely, because it actually responds to me relatively well. You can swipe up from the bottom right or bottom left of the screen with your thumb and instantly ask Gemini something, and it usually works pretty well. You can swipe between apps like iPhone on the bottom of the screen. If you hold down on that touch bar on the bottom, then it opens up this ability to circle search things. This is freaking crazy. So if I go to, wait, no way this finds out what car I have. Oh my gosh, that was an accident. I clicked the screen and it immediately image searched, and that is the year of my car, a 1966 Chevelle. That's actually insane. Copying and pasting took me a second to figure out. I actually like it on iPhone better. You just hold down your thumb and the copy or paste option pops up. On here, you have to hold down on a text message, and then in the top here, you have to click on copy. You can see it's copied in the bottom left. Hold down, paste. So it seems like an extra step, or at least an extra reach on the Pixel compared to iPhone. Another AI feature I'm actually using a lot, at least today, is Pixel Studio. So if you open up this app, you can click create, type in a prompt, whatever you want, and it will pretty quickly generate an image. And I have generated some hilarious images today. Little dog, huge turd. Let's see what it does. I mean, you can't not have fun with that. Come on, that's beautiful. I did deep dive into my settings because you have to activate the smooth refresh rate on this phone. It doesn't come with the high refresh rate by default, so make sure to activate that in your settings. But there's one more thing I want to do to upgrade this screen. Well, here it is, my naked Google Pixel with a matte finished screen protector. There's still some bubbles I have to work out of the screen, but so far it looks pretty dang sweet. I think the matte look is really awesome, and this still feels nice and responsive, and it doesn't look like it's killing the sharpness much at all, so that's a plus too.
All right, let's take this sexy matte screen out for a quick ride. Gotta mount up, send a quick swipe text, and now let's jam.
Play Lecrae's album Reconstruction on Spotify.
Here's Lecrae's album Restoration, the deluxe album on Spotify.
No. This one. Good try, Gemini.
Overall, my Gemini experience has been great. Better than Siri for sure, but not perfect. Also, the speaker sounds pretty good, but honestly, I do think my older iPhone 14 Pro has superior sound quality for stuff like this.
All right, well, today is camera test day. We're gonna go in depth on this thing. I'm gonna ride one of my e-bikes to the gym and see if I can get some cool footage and photos today for you guys.
The wide camera feels super wide, just like iPhone, and the auto exposure is accurate, but almost too fast at times instead of smooth and natural. The footage looks super sharp and honestly over-processed in my opinion, like most smartphone video cameras. I just wish there was a log shooting format like the iPhone 15 Pro and above, but for the average person, it's just fine.
Bro, there's so many chicks here who are just way more jacked than me. It's pretty incredible.
Now let's head to a coffee shop and test out some photography. Overall, portrait mode does a great job of isolating subjects, cutting them out without too many weird artifacts, but just like iPhone, it's not perfect. I really do like the standard photo cameras though. If you get close enough to your subject, you'll see some natural out of focus area in the background that looks really pleasing even without portrait mode. The best quality and most natural pixel photos are achieved by shooting in their DNG RAW format. If you're not a camera nerd, basically RAW means you get complete control to edit and post if you want, so you can make them look however you want, instead of letting the phone choose for you. And you can tell in these side-by-sides that the standard files are super over-processed by the Pixel, and the RAW photos are way softer and more smooth looking. Almost too soft to the point where I had to add some sharpness and clarity in Lightroom, but much more natural than the phone's automatic modes. Now this feature blows my mind, Magic Eraser. It does exactly what it says, and it does it really dang fast. Just scribble on something you want removed, and generative AI takes over. RIP photobombing. Now another sort of camera feature that I instantly fell in love with is circle search. Yes, technically you can circle search anything on your screen, but throughout the week, I found myself opening up the camera app, snapping a photo of something I'm curious about, then circle searching to learn more about it. Like, I've never given a single rip about what kind of trees are in my backyard, but now the Pixel is kind of making me see things differently because this works so quickly. All right, we're 4 days in and we have to talk about an Apple feature that I just can't live without. FaceTime. You thought I was gonna say AirDrop. That's true as well. Yes, I'm technically breaking the rules by FaceTiming my parents with my wife's MacBook, but I'm not gonna keep their grandson for them for a dang YouTube video, okay?
Hey, what's up?
Video calls have actually changed my life, believe it or not. Me and my wife met at a music camp when we were 17 and stayed in touch throughout high school and college via Skype and eventually FaceTime. And now I use FaceTime to stay close to my best friends and of course my family. It's one of the main reasons Levi recognizes my parents when they come visit. So yeah, it's kind of important to me. Technically, the Pixel can participate in FaceTime calls, it's just a little strange. Basically, someone with an iPhone has to call you, then it sends you a FaceTime link which you can click and open in a browser. I tested it with a friend and it worked okay, but was kind of laggy and the image was worse than iPhone to iPhone calls, and the cameras were cropped into a weird small frame for some reason. After FaceTiming, I need a pick-me-up, and good news about my matte screen protector.
Bubble free since '93.
At this point, I already feel very familiar with the Pixel UI, even though sometimes the apps do lock up or lag a bit, like the phone doesn't have quite enough processing juice or something, but it wasn't a consistent issue. Something I love about the UI is the ability to truly multitask with apps. You just swipe up from the bottom, select split screen, and rock with 2 apps at the same time, even adjust them to your preferred sizing. It's absolutely incredible, and I can't believe iPhone doesn't have this feature. We're deep into the experiment now, and my Pixel is locked into my daily lifestyle. Everything from queuing up music in the morning to documenting little family outings on the weekend, it's all pixelated, baby. On our weekend trip, I had a chance to test low-light photos, and they turned out pretty dang solid. No real complaints, honestly. Today, I have a filming gig, so I took the Pixel with me for some behind-the-scenes action. On video shoots, I use my phone a lot to document what's going on so I can use it for videos on my other YouTube channel, and also for proof that I can indeed drive a golf cart and film a commercial at the same time. Don't try this at home, I'm a professional moron. It's the day of reckoning. I'm headed back to Joe's house to get my Apple gear, and yes, I did get a USB-C to tape deck converter for playing music in my car. Thanks for asking. This is the moment. Who am I? An Apple fanboy or simply pixie dust?
Oh shoot, oh it's this one. Yeah, hello. Yeah, how you doing? You can book it under the Zach Mayfield Apple account, please.
I'm gonna need my Apple devices back. iPad first. iWatch. The phone's dead, you're not typing anything. Thank you very much. I love you.
So, honest thoughts on switching to a Google Pixel from the perspective of a long-term Apple user. Let's do pros first. Navigating the Pixel UI is way more similar to iPhone than I was expecting, which made the transition very easy. Circle search is quick and useful when accurate. Multitasking and specifically split screening apps totally rules. I love it. There's a built-in free VPN from Google. You get more customization with this phone, like being able to screen record with audio sources and screen touches. Overall, the cameras are solid, but specifically the photo experience feels great, and the AI tools are implemented well, like the amazing Magic Eraser. Pixel Studio is so fun. It's totally a gimmick, but for me, I love using this, and I used it a ton this week. And my last pro is that Gemini absolutely destroys Siri, at least right now. What about the cons though? Some things in Android OS just feel like they take an extra step compared to iPhone. Copying and pasting feels like it has an extra step. Starting a stopwatch requires me to open an app and then start a stopwatch. Getting files from an Android to an iPhone or Mac, yes, there are AirDrop workarounds, but man, the Apple ecosystem just makes file management so incredibly easy. But on Android, you always have to do a workaround for this, or plug your phone directly into your computer, but then your computer requires an extra program to get the files off of it. It's kind of a lot. Another con, sometimes actions feel laggy or buggy, like turning speakerphone on during a call. There's a slight delay. The texting app or Maps app will randomly lock up on me throughout the week. And last but definitely not least for cons, no matter how good the phone is, your friends and family who are Team iPhone will absolutely judge you. Leave me a comment below on what piece of tech I should try out next, and check out this other video where I tried an Apple Watch Ultra 2 as my only cellular device for an entire week. And I'll see you all in the next video. God bless you. Bye.